Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hello and welcome to the video wrap-up show for the Shrimp Tank podcast in Seattle. I'm Dan Whedon, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Michelle Bomberger. Today, we had a fantastic and fascinating conversation with Annie Cheng. Annie is the founder of The Table Less Traveled. To catch the entire episode, and you should, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find every episode on our website at shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle.
Annie, it was really great talking to you today. I want to ask the question, The Table Less Traveled is an international food tour company. So how did you navigate the last year without the ability to travel?
At the very beginning, it was mostly crying. But after that, when I think we came to terms with the reality that what we really value about being able to travel was something that we could transfer and translate into a different medium, we were much more confident that we'd still be able to achieve our mission. And the way that we did that was by creating virtual cooking classes with the individuals that we normally visit overseas in their homes. So instead of learning how to make pasta with Alain in his home in Tuscany, we were able to recreate that cultural exchange and learning on Zoom and in a virtual format for people to be able to experience from their own homes.
Well, I've got to think that you've completely expanded your opportunities for new clients and new members. In fact, I just subscribed to your newsletter. I am ready, willing, and able to start taking these virtual cooking classes. Everybody should listen to the whole podcast because you're going to learn a lot more about that. But I'm ready, willing, and eager to learn more. I've got to believe, Annie, coming out of COVID, this really was something you weren't doing, but now has turned into something that you're going to continue to offer and make available to more people. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think at the core of it is our mission, which is to unite people through shared experiences. And pre-COVID, I had this limiting mindset that had to be in person. It had to be 9 days. It had to be bringing together people for a duration that was significant. And what we realized during COVID in these virtual classes is that there is still a significant amount of connection and memory that comes out of being able to spend 60 to 90 minutes with somebody from another culture, from another country, where you get a view into their reality and a view into their life, and a lot of exchange and interaction where you can ask questions about what's going on in their lives as they are today. And so I think, if anything, it's a much lower barrier to entry or commitment level to the way that we like to travel, the way that we like to create community and exchange, for people who can say, okay, I don't know that I'm ready to go on a 9-day trip to Italy, but yeah, I can make ravioli with Domenico and Maria from home. That seems like a taster version of what I may do if I go with them next year. So I think it's part of the space that we want to be in, and part of a way that we can, add value to a larger audience than who we spoke with in the past.
I've attended a number of these classes, and I can't decide whether the udon class, the pad thai class, the risotto class, which of those are my favorite, because they're all so unique and so personal. So for listeners that want to get in touch with you, what is the best way for them to reach out?
Definitely. They can email me personally at annie@thetablelesstraveled.com, or they can follow us on Instagram or Facebook at The Table Less Traveled.
Well, great. Listeners, make sure you check out all the replays of our shows at shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle and wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and please follow us on our show's social media pages at YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
And while you're on Facebook, please join us for our next show, June 30th. That's where we will be live streaming. It's a 5th week, so we're going to have an all host special. So you don't want to miss that, June 30th at noon. My co-hosts will be Michelle Baumberger, Phil Simchich, James Alberson, and Aljalyn Sperber. Thanks for joining us again today. Be healthy, be prosperous, have fun, because for right now, the shrimp is back in the tank. So long.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.